Welcome fellas into this new video to Express. Today we want to be talking a little bit more about Shopify. So in nowadays, for example, starting an online store isn't about if you can build it, it's about how fast you can use the AI to beat your competition. So the Shopify 2.0 is now the actual standard. We're going to be using AI image generation, automatic CEO, and one-page checkout to build it right away. So I'm going to be showing you how to get started with under 30 minutes and just for $1 freaking dollar. So the first step is the actual setup and on the onboarding. If you hit into the link that we give you down below in the description, you can start your actual free trial. So Shopify usually offers $1 month deal for the first 90 days. So take that. For 90% of you, the basic plan is all you need. So now it includes advanced reports that usually cost $100 a month. Now into this element of the home dashboard, we do have the actual sidekick. Sidekick, for example, can be helping you, of course, to help set almost anything. So what I wanted to do, for example, let's say that I want to be going for the element that says create my store. I'm going to be doing this only for a trial version so you can see how fast and how easy it is to create an actual account. So I'm going to just skip this part for now. I'm going to skip the customized setup. Let's assume, for example, that you don't know absolutely anything about Shopify. So I'm going to skip all of this and going to be jumping right away into the actual dashboard of the Shopify. Once you are directly inside here, you're going to be seeing that here your store appears directly in this element. So into the upper side it says good afternoon. Let's get started. Let's say, for example, that I'm going to be using Sidekick. So let's go for help me set up a store for, and you can go for the website that you would like to create. In my case, for example, let's say that I'm going to go for gamer accessories. Now, basically, it's going to be telling you, I'd love to help you set up your game accessories and merch store. Let me check out guys that are available to get you started. Basically, here, for example, there are no build RNs, but you can add products directly inside here. There's organizing by collections, there's customizing the actual themes, there's a set of the payment, configure the shipping, get an actual domain. We can do all of this directly directly inside here. And let's say, for example, just create the theme website, right? Sometimes the sidekick can be helping you to do this process really fast, and if it doesn't, what you can do is to do it by yourself, guys. So let's say, for example, that I'm going to go for browse and pick a new theme. You can go into the left section that says online store themes. Directly here into themes, what we can do is to just type directly into the kind of things that you would like to use or download. Let's say, for example, that in my case I'm going to go for gamer accessories. I copy, let's go for modern gamer accessories store. Generate the actual themes, and usually the website will be generated in no time. And of course, this is totally for free, where in our case we only had to pay like $1 for the 90 days, but you can use this, let's say, forever. So in this case, what you need to do is to select the actual website that was generated for you. And then what I can do, let's say that I can select the actual product, let's say this one. And if you like what you're actually seeing, what you need to do now is to hit into the option that says try the actual theme. Just like that, we have now set it up this new theme that is going to be appearing directly into the actual theme library. So there you go. It's not that hard. The theme library, it's now been appearing directly inside here. And as you can see here is clarity. Just add it. It says to add it now. So usually what I go for is for the option that says published. Now, for the sake of this specific tutorial, since we don't have an actual product to sell, what I'm going to be doing here is to making some drop shipping. The drop shipping is actually one of the really easiest way to sell directly into Shopify because you don't have to spend an actual dime just to sell an actual product. We're going to be making just a one product store, so we can sell this directly inside them. So what I'm going to do here is just to hit for the option that says publish. My website is now being ready. I'm going to focus for the left section that says here application. Let's go for add. Now usually what I do is to go for my Shopify app store to make this process much more faster. Now that I'm directly into my elements, usually what you needed to do is just to connect a really easily way into the upper side like this. I click into search apps, guides, and more, and what I need to do is just to type, let's say, for example, drop ship like this. And if you don't find more applications, in my case, what I'm doing here is to go for print on demand, like this. And you can type out, for example, there's Printify, there's Vitals, there's Printful, and there's so much more. I'm gonna just look out for Printify, for example. Let's go for install. And you just need to accept and grant the access between the Shopify and the element that appears directly inside here. So make sure that we hit into the element that says install. And just like that, the application will be installed into Shopify. Now that we are directly inside the Shopify, what we need to do, of course, or in my case, into Printify, what I need to do is to log in to an existing account, for example, or you can generate an actual new account. This is totally optional. So let's go here for sign up. It says verify that we are human. Let's say success. And basically what's going to happen here is that what you can do is to sell, let's say, your design, and put this design directly into an actual product, so you can sell this as your own inside Shopify without having to even spend anything directly inside there. So what you can do is to just try to change the actual price of your actual product. Let's say, for example, that I wanted to get $1 profit of this specific product. And usually here I just select the actual store. Into the upper side, for example, we have the actual titles, we have the element here. You can upload your actual mockup, so you can view all the mockups. So you can just select all of them. Let's say, for example, that I select this one and I select the black colors like this. I select all of them and I just select, for example, the element that says continue like this. Save the actual selection, and my product will be now imported directly inside my actual Shopify store. And basically what's going to happen with this a great element of the print on demand is that we don't need to focus into shipping, we don't need to focus into taxes, we don't need to focus into almost anything, because Printify does absolutely almost anything for us. Just needed to name your actual own prices and your product will be added directly inside here. The next thing to focus is that now that you have your actual product already been focused on into the left section that says product, you should see that your product should be now appearing directly inside there. So as you can see, we have example products. In this case, I wanted to delete them because there are only examples and I don't want to add them directly inside my store. But basically, once you have that element already been added, what you can do is to focus into the online store element, go for themes, and you can focus directly into the element that says edit the custom theme. So what you can do is to now start designing with sections everywhere. What you can do is that we are using the actual element that we have downloaded, which in my case here it is. And what you can do now, for example, let's say that I can focus here for the sidekick. Let's say made my home section, home page, more professional for the one product I have already added. And basically the sidekick will be checking out the actual product. It's going to be checking the actual theme to make the homepage a little bit more professional. And basically we don't have to do absolutely anything because the sidekick will be doing this automatically for us. So you can do this manually, but I can strongly suggest you to focus with the artificial intelligence, so the artificial intelligence can make this process for you much more faster. Now, meanwhile this is happening, into the left section back into your home dashboard, you can focus now into the payments to get paid. So if you focus, for example, into the element that says settings, you can hope for the option that says payments. Inside here you can turn on the Shopify payments. This is the way to get one page checkout. The multi-step checkout is dead, so the new single pages layout increases conversions by up to 20% by reducing friction. So you can enable the Shop Pay, and it allows the customer to check out with one tap using biometric face, thumb, ID. This is how you win nowadays. And then there are a few essential applications that you might want to download before we are ready to go live. Now, I'm going to go into my application settings once again. I'm going to focus for my Shopify App Store. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about some iconic elements. For example, there's the judge.me. The judge.me is going to be helping you to add product reviews, focusing about your actual website, about your actual products, to make this process much more faster, right? Something else that can be really helpful for you is, for example, the Clavayo, or you can tie it up with Clipchamp. So basically, Clavayo is going to be focusing more for email marketing, for SMS, mails, and even WhatsApp that turns message into actual sales. And lastly, of course, the last application that I can suggest to be focusing on, for example, is the one that Shopify has to offer for all of us. Shopify has a free application that you can download. For example, there's the Shopify bundles, offer fixed bundles. There's a marketplace connected to Amazon, Target, Walmart, eBay. There's a Shopify Translate and Adapt. There's a Shopify Collapse. There's a Shopify Order Printer. The subscriptions, the collective, the forms, and even so much more applications to even get started. So the process to get started with Shopify is actually going to be really simple. You don't need to do absolutely anything because the artificial intelligence usually does it all for us. And well guys, there you go, a really easily element how you can actually get started with this kind of element of the Shopify, and your website will be, let's say, ready to get started. So just in case you have any questions, you can let us know into the comments below, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more great tools like this. You are now ready to get started with your new website of the Shopify. So thank you once again for watching. Hopefully we can all see you guys well next time.